from the tap to tales galore. Oh, taste of stories, spinning yeast and grain. Mr. B goes round the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, and I've got, is it a taste off, or is it just a versus, or is it just to see if these two beers taste similar? So we've got the ALDI Harpers Pale Ale. Now this is brewed by Marston's for ALDI, so Harpers is like a trade name for ALDI, Harpers Brewery, but the actual brewing is done, this one anyway, is done by Marston's. I'd have to put my glasses on. That's all I've found out on the internet. It's brewed by Marston's, and it looks very similar to this can in a way. Old Speckled Hen. Now this is brewed by Green King. It used to be brewed by Moreland Brewery from 1979 to 2000 when Green King took over, and yeah, it's been brewed by Green King ever since. So I wanted to do the can versus can. Now Old Speckled Hen I've not had for a long while, and I avoid it in the bottle because it's a clear bottle, so it just doesn't suit me. When beers are in clear bottles, yeah, it puts me off straight away. So anyway, I want to try Harpers Pale Ale, put it up against Old Speckled Hen. Is it similar? Is it better? Is it worse? That's the whole point of this. And the prices. So 4 of these were, let me have a look, £4.49, and 4 of these were £5.65, so it's £1.16 difference in price for 4, 29p a can difference. Yeah, is there a difference? Yeah, so that's right. Yeah, so it works out, sorry, £1.12p a can, and that works out about £1.41 a can. So yeah, there's not a massive difference, but if that Harpers Pale Ale tastes better than Old Speckled Hen, you're saving £1.16 every 4-pack that you buy, which, you know, that ain't bad, is it? Saving £1.16. Yeah, can't grumble at that at all. So let's get the beers in the glass. So I'm using the same glasses. So let's go with the Old Faithful really first. Old Speckled Hen. Cannot remember the last time I had this. I mean, to me, well, this is a bitter. But hopefully it's better in a can than it is in a glass. And I don't remember, I had it before 2000, before Green King, but there's no way I can remember what it tasted like then. A little bit of water in the bottom of that glass. Anyway, let's get the beer. I'm hoping, because it is in a can, it's going to taste better than it does from a bottle, because yeah, it can be quite skunky in a bottle. Light strike ruins it. So there you go. There's the Old Spec, 500ml cans as well. Let's put that down. Let's get this Harpers in to the glass. Same glass, like I say. But I do love a bitter. I love me English bitters. Bit of water in that glass as well. Let's go straight in. Let's see. I can't really tell from here. Try and give it a bit of a rough pour. Can hear carbonation, but hopefully that carbonation dies down, so let's get that in there. Oh, the whole can in this one. Let's get the rest of the Old Speckled Hen in then. There we go. Right hand is Harpers, left hand is Old Speckled Hen. Side by side, what do you think? That's very similar, isn't it? Very, very similar. Yeah, both like a rich, deep amber going on to mahogany. Both very similar head, holding very similar heads as well. You know, off-white heads. Little head there, a little bit of froth going on. I said right, yeah, Harper's right, left. I've already forgotten, how bad's that? So let's go Old Speckled on the nose. You know what, that's not bad. That isn't that bad, you know. Smells so much better than it does in the bottle. Nice little malty note. And there's a little bit of a British or English hop note there. And a caramel note with a distinctive English hop note, like a hedgerowy earthiness. And a little fruity note. Okay, so Harpers Pale Ale from ALDI. More subtle, but it's there. Light malt notes, lighter character on the caramel, and a very subtle hop note on the nose, very subtle compared to, yeah, I'm pulling out more from Old Speckled Hen on the nose, definitely. But this isn't bad. It's very subtle compared to Old Speckled Hen, but very similar, but more subtle. Okay, so let's go with the original. Let's go with Old Speckled Hen for the tasting. Okay, cheers. Biscuit, slight bready, caramel. It's actually, you know what, it's got a nice pleasant hoppy note there. And that hoppy note is just balancing that sweet malt. You know what? I've avoided that for years in the bottle. And I've never given it a go when they can. You know what? I'm happy with that. It's not the best bitter, but what do they say? 141 a can. That's not bad. That isn't bad at all. Okay, how does Harpers at £1.12 a can stand up to it? Okay, cheers. You know what, that's good as well. Pleasant. Again, that's very easy drinking. That's got a lovely back note, malt backbone there. And the hoppiness of that is coming through more on the palate than it is on the nose. And again, it's working really well. Just giving you a slight bitterness like the Old Speckled is. Just a little bit of bitterness on the side of your tongue, just to calm down that sweet malt. And you're getting the same, very similar toffee notes, biscuit, caramel. Both light-bodied, not watery, just light in body. Carbonation's really good as well, because I was dreading that, thinking they're going to be fizzy, but they're really not. You know, I like that. I do like that. And I like that. Both really nice, to be honest. As in, for what they are. I mean, there's much better best bitters out there, but I'm not being funny. £1.12 a can and £1.41 a can. If I want something just to sit down and not have to think about, and I want something that's got some malt character with a subtle English hop note in the background just to calm things down, I'd buy any of them happily. Again, I really would. It's not a disaster. If they've tried to clone or get something very similar, I think they have. I think they've achieved that. Who do they say? So that's Green King. And that's Marston's, isn't it? So, you know, everyone in the UK knows them two breweries. And to be honest, they're not bad. They're not bad. Quite pleasant. I call them pleasant, drinkable, and a really good price point. And yeah, the difference is, you know, which one. To be honest, I'd buy any of the two, but if I wanted to save money, I'd quite happily buy that Harpers and save £1. How much is it? £1.12. No, £1.16 every 4-pack. So gradually you get a free 4-pack if you bought these over the Speckled Hen, which is good, but they are very similar. So for me, yeah, I'd buy both easily enough. I'm enjoying them. They do what, you know, they're doing what I don't even know it says in the can. I've not read the can, but you know, for me, it's like an English bitter, and it's pleasant and it's drinkable, and they're not overcarbonated, which is great. There's flavour. They're not watery. They're not bland. They've got some character. So honestly, go and try the Harpers Pale Ale. It's got character. It's a great price, and if you like Old Speckled Hen, or you've avoided it like me because it's in bottle, try it in the can. It's got some more character. It's not got that skunkiness that the Light Strike would bring. Toffee note there and caramel. Pleasantly surprised with that. Really, really am. And I'm more than happy with that. Any of them beers, I would buy again, honestly. Go and give it a try. Go and give it a try. I think it's a cracking beer. From ALDI. Good job that with Marston's. I think you've done a really good job. And it's for a traditional drinker. That yeah, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with that. It's yeah, I'm going to say it again, it's a good job. Let me have a look what it says on the cans. Do they have very similar writing? Even though the cans. So the Harpers Pale Ale, English Pale Ale, unique and refreshing. I'll go with that. 4.8%, never mentioned that. What's Old Speckled Hen? 4.8%. Unique and refreshing on Harpers. Smooth and refreshing, bursting with flavour. Distinctive English Pale Ale. Harpers Pale Ale, English Pale Ale. How did they get away with this? How did they get away with doing that? Does it say anything on? I don't think Speckled Hen has got anything, but that was named after, was it in 1979 it's first brewed, and it was something to do with the car, the MG car. I'm sure it was a nickname for the car. Beer brewed by Moreland Brewing, well, it's Green King. Sure it's Green King, isn't it? Speckled Hen. So Green King bought Moreland. Have I got that wrong? Could have done. Could have done. But I'm sure it's Green King that brews that. Green King bought Moreland. I'm just talking, I'm just going on there. So they don't say anything on the Speckled Hen. They don't give any tasting notes. Okay, so what does Harpers say? Harpers says, a smooth, subtle fruitiness perfectly complements the rich roasted malt note. Roasted malt notes? I'm getting toffee, caramel, so you can class that. Smooth and malty. This is a perfect balance of flavour and refreshment. You know what? I'll let you have that, because it is. That's one of them beers that if you just want to sit down and not think about it, get it. And Old Speckled Hen is really, I've avoided it so long. Anyway, and it's because it's no longer brewed by Moles as well. It's Green King, and you know, you get a bit of a bad rep, but it's not bad. It's not bad for the price. What, £5.65 for 4? I pay £5 for a single can. In some places, that you know, craft breweries for a can. So to get 4.8%, it's good. And you know what? That's quite a. It looks quite smart, that can. Give them that as well to ALDI. They've made that look quite smart. But look at the free, even the free circles there, and the free circles on Old Speckled Hen. So cheeky. It really, really is. Anyway, there we go. Nothing more to say, but if you like a best bitter, you go in ALDI, grab a 4-pack of these, less than a £5. You're not going to go wrong. You're not going to go wrong. 500ml cans. What's that? 2 litres of best bitter for less than a £5, and it's got some taste. It's got some character. I'd say go for it. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers. Take these glasses off, and I'll see you on another one.
So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.